name is Marielle from Aqua Mermaid, and today we're talking about mermaid certification. Which kind of certifications do you need to be a professional mermaid? This is really important. I got a lot of questions about this, and I noticed that a bunch of new mermaid certification just appeared on the market since the last year, 6 months, and new ones are coming also. Then I did some research for you, and I feel this is really good for the mermaid industry because that means some recognized agency decided to spend time, money, and their expertise to put together an outline to cover the mermaid sport, and that really means that they recognize mermaiding as an actual sport and discipline that is worth investing time in, and that's really good for all of us. Then I'm gonna cover different type of training. First, I'm gonna cover the 3 main scuba diving agencies that are offering mermaid training. There is NAUI, SSI, and PADI. Also, there is FinFun University. FinFun is a private company that makes mermaid tails products and sell them. And I will also cover our training from Aqua Mermaid for people who want to open their own mermaid school. Then Aqua Mermaid is a chain of mermaid swimming school establishment and also work for booking mermaids for events. Then let's start right away. To get information about those different certifications, it was not easy. Everything is brand new, there's not a lot of information online, only a few people took those training and there's not a lot of instructor. Then I went out and asked people who took those training, instructors or work for those company, and asked them to do a little interview. I did some online interview, and then I will add to my video parts of their interview to share what is it about those certifications. First, what I learned from the main scuba diving agencies, there is a standardized program and also specialty certification. Then the specialty certification is one instructor that is already certified by the agency, like for giving scuba diving or freediving lessons. They create their own program and it's accepted by the main agency. They sign off on it and you can offer it under their umbrella. But that's one is only for one person who create that training can give it at their shop or their location. What's more interesting for us and what I would highly recommend more is a standardized program, and all the agencies are coming with their standardized program. They started with specialty, only one person starting a little program, but now they're rolling out to their full team of instructors this program that they can teach and certify mermaids for. Then regarding where are those different programs, then SSI, the Scuba School International, they already have a standardized program available for trainers and for students to operate. There is NAUI, National Association of Underwater Instructors. They have also a standardized program that was created by Lila Jones, who's based in Hawaii, and currently she's the only person that can give the class. And it's really still at the beginning because it's restricted to only her, but hopefully it can expand to more people. All of them goes with different levels. They have all the junior level for the kids, normally around 6 to 11 years old. And then there's Mermaid 101 or Mermaid Beginners. They have different names. That's the basic one if you want to discover what's mermaiding, covering mainly swimming techniques with the monofin, the dolphin kick. There is also safety about the mermaid tail, how to swim with the body, how the safety measure cover the mermaid tail equipment, all the monofins, how to use them. Also, there's introduction to breath holding, really an introduction. Then it's not a freediving course. In comparison, I can talk later about what's the difference, but it's really a beginning of how to hold your breath, the safety about it, that can help you to stay longer on the water and look like a real mermaid. Mermaid Advanced will be, you can do it in the ocean, you can do it deeper, you can have longer breath hold, more performance in underwater posing. Then that's how you see the difference, how it evolves. Also, some groups offer like a mermaid photo shoot or posing. Those are more like specialty things that they add on, but I feel the Mermaid 101 introduction, that's the basic one that most of the association will be offering for, I guess, teen and adults. And then there is the junior one, also just an introduction how to safely use the mermaid tail and learn the basic swimming skills. What I noticed also, some training include talk about the environment, how we can swim with animals, how we should take care of the plants in the ocean, the corals. And this, I feel it's really regarding who is teaching it and where are they based. If you swim in a lake, if you swim in a pool, if you swim in the ocean, that will affect a lot. Most of the training, except for the kids one, I would just talk in general now about like the 101, the basic one, have a part in classroom and a part also in the water. Then that way you can start studying, either do it online or you can do it with someone in a classroom explaining you all the techniques. Most of them you can be done in one day, a few hours in the pool, a few hours in the classroom, and that completes your mermaid certification. And the next level for the training is also the instructor training. Then right now, because it's so new, there's not a lot of instructor training available. SSI is ready to train instructor and already has a few swimming instructor getting ready right now with Laila, with Naui. It's only her. I don't know if she's planning to train instructor soon or it's available for you to train other mermaids. And with Patty, they're still working on their main curriculum that is coming. What's the difference between a freediving course and 101 or Mermaid Introduction? The freediving course will go much more in depth into the body physical impact of how you hold your breath, what it does. And I think that's also, there's different level of depth you need to go. And I think you need more time to practice those skills and get ready compared to the mermaid. It's really more about how to know the basics specifically related to mermaid swimming with the fins compared to just holding your breath and swimming deeper. Why you should take those lessons if you're a beginner or an advanced? I feel one good aspect is the networking. I feel if you want to be a professional mermaid or if you want to discover this, you're gonna meet a lot of other amazing mermaids that will take the training with you, and that can start your network. Also, there is being recognized by one top agencies that you have this base of safety training, knowledge about swimming, and controlling your body, because at the end of those classes you have an exam that can measure your skills in the water and that you learn the basic of the safety. And that's a great way for like swimming in tanks. Right now it's not really mandatory anywhere, but that will become a standard, I feel, in the future, because taking someone that never took anything or just learned by themselves, you don't know the level of their knowledge, and it's better to have a safe bet with someone who at least got a basic of safety. I think the safety is the most important part that they want for you, and then the skills you can practice and evolve to your swimming skills and breath hold after with other certification like freediving. Regarding the prices for those training, it's basic of a few $100s per day. Then it's really according if you're taking the junior, the Mermaid 101 or Mermaid Advanced Mermaids, it can be from $100 to I guess $300 to $400 per day, according where you're taking the training, from which agency, and how long it lasts. But that gives you an idea for the budget. Then for those three training with different scuba diving agencies, there's a few kind of main goal that came out of those training. Then I can just give you an idea of what they say. They said, first, discover a new activity, have fun with friends, create nice souvenirs of a unique experience, and have nice photos. The second one is to enable the world to experience mermaiding sport safely and progress within this new discipline. And the certification mainly teaches mermaid practical skills that are useful to amateurs and also professional, while also giving them the knowledge about the safety and the risk of how to use all the equipment. Then that covers the mermaid training from the Scuba Diving Association. Now let's go with the FinFun Mermaid University training or certification. Then mainly this program has for objective to increase your revenue, drive traffic to your pool, safely manage the mermaid swimming programs, launch innovative new classes and events at your aquatic center. Then mainly it's a way for you to increase your revenue with different options offering mermaid birthday parties, tail rentals, like more swimming programs. This program is more for a facility for someone who owns a pool or manage a pool and want to offer a mermaid program. Then this is not targeted toward the student, but more toward the managers, the teachers that want to offer mermaid swimming lesson. Then this training will mainly cover, it's all an online training, mainly gives you tools for you to train your current staff, any lifeguards or swim instructor that want to offer lessons. Online, they get the class outline, they will get some safety tips, how to give a class, and mainly they are ready to go with this class outline to give lessons. I don't know how in depth it goes, but it's really a marketing tool for you to stimulate more activities at your pool center. They offer all of this for free, those documents, but mainly you need to be selling or using their mermaid tails, the FinFund mermaid tails, to offer this program. Then that could be an avenue for a pool who wants to expand their activities. Finally, the Aqua Mermaid training, this one that I offer with my company. Then this training is also for, not for the student directly, but for the instructor, or if you want the business owner. If you want to be an entrepreneur, start your own mermaid business, and you want some coaching from a school that is dedicated to only mermaid lessons and mermaid events, that's clearly us. Then our training to be a license, have your own school, Aqua Mermaid school in your city, is a 2-day training in person where you will learn the different skills of how to teach swimming lesson, the safety, the equipment, but also everything related to business, how to get customers in the pool, how to market it, how to manage your budget, how to hire staff. Then this is not only for like a fitness instructor that want to get the knowledge, it's a bit more if you want to run a school with the staff group, and then you can rent time at the pool and run your own business. And that can be a great way to diversify your revenues as a mermaid. If you're a mermaid performer yourself, and you do like birthday parties and events and performance in aquarium, you can also diversify your revenues with having the school and also selling mermaid tails. Then that's it. I will put the link, everything I found, in the description below about those different trainings. Let me know if you have more questions. From my assessment of the trainings in general right now, then if you're a beginner or intermediate mermaid and you want to start in this mermaiding world, or if you want to perform in aquariums, you should go for those trainings, at least to get the basic about the safety, the swimming techniques, the equipment. After that, if you want to go more into performance, you should go with the freediving training. Also in aquariums, if you perform, they often recommend to do, they require to do a scuba diving training because you will use compressed air and you need those training. Then any training that you can get, a certification, is always good and a plus for you to be safe and also know your body better to perform. If you're more an entrepreneur side, if you're a pool aquatic center, I would go with the FinFund program. If you're more a business, an entrepreneur, a girl boss who wants to start her own business and run events, birthday parties, swimming lessons, have your own business, I would go with Aqua Mermaid. Then according to what you're looking for, there's training for everybody. It's always good that safety is always first in all those trainings.
Hi Mariel, hola, it's Julie reporting in from Cozumel. Thank you so much for inviting me to participate in this video. I am happy to share any information that I can about the new exciting developments in the mermaid world. It is definitely exciting and fantastic news that some of the world's most well-known and recognized dive certifying agencies also realize that mermaiding is a sport that is not going anywhere and also deserves some formal education, training, and certifications. PADI and SSI are two of the world's most widely recognized of those agencies, and I am a freediving instructor for both of them. Last year, I also earned the certification to be a mermaid instructor trainer for both agencies, meaning that not only can I offer their classes, but I can also train others to become mermaid instructors so that they too can turn around and offer their own PADI or SSI mermaid classes. SSI has already rolled out their mermaid classes. There are already several mermaid instructors out there and a few mermaid instructor trainers like me training up some more mermaid instructors. PADI will be officially rolling out its curriculum sometime this year. I actually just got a message the other day that we should receive the outline for those classes, and we will start to do the beta trial testing classes, and then the official rollout should be far behind. So I would imagine that both of them will be very similar as far as the level of mermaiding classes that they offer and the the minimum age requirements, prerequisites for swimming, and then the skills that they focus on and require for demonstration before certifications. Regardless of what mermaiding class you are going in to be enrolled in, one thing you can be guaranteed is that you're going to learn how to properly move like a mermaid. There is a lot of emphasis on the dolphin kick and making that movement very fluid and mermaid-like. So of course you'll be introduced and get a good explanation of the mermaiding equipment available out there now. And then the next piece, of course, is that breath holding and breathing patterns, the breathing techniques to help you contribute to that illusion of that you don't need to breathe like the humans do. Stay under for a long time, but also feel comfortable doing so. So in the Mermaid Certification course, you'll get some basic introduction to some breathing techniques and patterns that you can use to stay underwater longer. Of course, one of my favorite pieces of those classes is the safety that is covered. It is an activity where you have to be properly trained. There is some inherent risks to it, and so having this standard in the industry now and having these official certification courses makes the activity more safe for everybody involved. And so in that mermaid class, you will definitely get some safety tips and suggestions on how to do mermaiding safely with your mermaids, and also make it part of your regular routine and practice in every single mermaid session. So those mermaid certification classes are actually quite relevant for everybody. There would be something for everybody out there. If you already know how to swim like a mermaid, if you are already familiar with the merfins and with all the different mermaid tails that are available out there, we might be thinking, well, what could I get out of a mermaid certification course? Well, one thing is, I would imagine you would get some more information on breath holding that you didn't know before, and I would also bet that you will get some safety information that you weren't aware of. There are some inherent risks, and those who haven't been aquatic their whole life may not even realize how much risk is involved. And so I think that extra bit of information is priceless and can never hurt to anybody anyways. The other thing that an official mermaid certification gives you is just that basic recognition for credibility. This says that you have a confirmation from an official agency and organization that has put in the time and expense to make a curriculum, to make an official course, and for you to spend the time to get this official certification card. That provides you credibility, and that you take your job seriously, that you are aware of the inherent risks, and that you are capable of managing those risks. Not to mention that you're properly trained to do your job well. I, of course, think that freediving and mermaiding are definitely intertwined. Freediving just gives you that more in-depth knowledge and experience to be able to adapt to the aquatic environment, and then essentially make that illusion of being a mermaid even more real. If you are able to take those extended breath holds and be comfortable and relaxed while you're underwater, that actually adds even more to the illusion of that you truly are a mermaid, that you don't need to come up to take a breath like the humans do. So I think that teaming those two certifications together is definitely a fantastic idea. The beauty of the mermaid classes that they have developed is that there's something in it for everybody. Truly, those who just want to get their fins wet, to those who are just now dipping their fins and getting a merfin or a mermaid tail of their own, and even those professional mermaids who are actually making some serious sand dollars in their mermaid business. So there's something in it for everybody in these certification classes. Right now, SSI, the minimum age for a introduction to mermaiding, or the Try Mermaid, is 6 years old. I, along with other mermaid instructors, call that one Mermaiding 101, because it just gives you the basics. How do you do it safely? Let's have fun, and let's get introduced to swimming with the merfin and making that mermaid movement in the water. That's your Try Mermaid class. It is not a certification course. It is just an introduction to mermaiding. If you want to do a actual official certification class to be a mermaid, it is minimum age 12 years old, and you also have prerequisites of swimming skills required before you can sign up. So we want to make sure that you are an independent, comfortable swimmer, and you can do so for a particular distance without any assistance. We also need to know that you can tread water and keep your head afloat for a particular amount of time before now we throw into the mostly unusual experience of being in a monofin or eventually a mermaid tail for the first time. To be a mermaid instructor, to be able to get qualified to teach others how to mermaid, the minimum age is 18 years old. So at 18 years old, you can essentially dive into your own job, dive into your own business if you want, teaching mermaiding classes as long as you can find a water to do so. For those who are looking to become a mermaid instructor, you may be wondering about insurance. Well, depending on what country that you're going to operate on will determine if the agency, as in SSI or PADI, requires you to have professional liability insurance. Here in Mexico, we are not required to have professional liability insurance, but in the United States and most other countries, you are required. That is something that they can help you with. They actually have set up and established relationships with particular insurance companies that get you an excellent rate with an insurance company who is familiar with your profession, meaning giving aquatic instruction. So whichever certifying agency you choose to certify with and get your insurance through, it will really determine the price of your professional liability insurance as a mermaid instructor. You as an individual aquatic person can get your insurance through DAN, Divers Alert Network. You can have the option to cover your equipment and also to give that coverage when you are in your hometown, and not only when you are on a diving or mermaiding vacation. So expect your annual rate for DAN insurance to be between $100 and $150 depending on the options that you choose. For your professional liability insurance, depending on the certifying agency will determine which insurance company will give you a discounted rate. So it kind of starts with whatever agency you are certified with, but expect an annual expense between $600 and $800 for your professional liability insurance as a mermaid instructor. For those of you who are aquatic performers, whether you are a certified mermaid or not, you still need to have your own independent professional liability insurance. At least it's a good idea, and more places will begin to require this, that you have that insurance coverage. This is very similar to a fitness trainer in saying that they are insured no matter where they are operating their business. I think the biggest difference between a freediving and mermaid certification course are the particular things that you focus on. For freediving, you really dive deep into the science and the physics and physiology behind being in an aquatic environment. There's definitely adaptations that need to be made to exist and operate inside the aquatic realm. While we mermaids like to think that we're made to be in the water, we are actually human, and so the freediving really dives deep into that aquatic adaptation. Why you have to move, exaggerate the slow movement and being in way slow motion while you're in the water. Why is it that as you go deep to the deep end, or maybe out in the ocean as you go deeper, you feel that pressure inside your ears? And why do you have to equalize, and how do you do that? So definitely in freediving, that is what you are focusing on. Obviously the breath hold piece of it, obviously those breathing patterns to get you more relaxed, to get your heart rate down, to get more oxygen in your system so that way you can stay down longer and be more comfortable for longer times. But definitely it's that aquatic adaptation is the focus on the freediving course. For a mermaid certification course, then you kind of get the introduction to that breath hold piece, right? And introduction to some of that science behind adapting to an aquatic environment. But really what you're more focused on is the mermaid specific stuff, like the mermaid movement, the mermaid equipment, and of course, most definitely the way that you can practice mermaiding safely. There are inherent risks in this mermaid swimming and mermaid mermaid diving. And so these certification courses are the best way to get that information from a reliable source and trustworthy source on the proper ways to do mermaiding. Every single time you do a mermaid session, you should have particular safety skills and practices in place to ensure that everybody is doing it at the lowest risk possible. So that's what you get in a mermaid certification course. You can go to my website, freedivecozumel.com, go to the mermaid page to see the different mermaid programs that I offer, how long they take, and the prices that they are. I have basically put myself at a very similar price point with others in the industry all across the world. And of course, some of those, the timing for the courses depends on the standards that are put out there by the agency. So for a Mermaid 101 class, I take about 2 hours. For a mermaid certification, could be 2 days or 3 days, depending on the student's comfort level and how quickly they're easy to swim through all the course requirements. For a freediving and mermaid certification, both of those courses together, we're looking at more like 5 days. That's just so that we have plenty of time to focus on the freediving piece as well as the mermaiding specifics. So if you visit learntomermaid.com, or like I said, the mermaid page on freedivecozumel.com, you can see the programs that I have to offer and know that I have done my research and I'm definitely at a similar price point to all of those that are in the industry out there. Thanks again, and thanks to Marielle for inviting me to participate in this video. Until then, swim safe, dive safe, and have fun, everybody. Let's be mermaids and make waves.
Thank you for watching. Let me know, did you take any of those training yet? Or do you know any people that are teaching them? Let me know if I missed anything, or if you want to add something for a specific training that I missed. And hopefully I can see you soon in some mermaid gatherings where they offer some of those training, and also would love to help you to start your own mermaid business in your city. Then write anything you want in the comment and I will reply for sure. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!